What is up, Broke Man Nation? My name is Adam, and this is Broke Man Finance. This market has been crazy lately. And if you haven't had a chance to watch my latest video, make sure you go check that out because it may help you decide whether to sell or to hold on with the evidence that I provide in that video. And I'll leave a link to that at the end of this one. And while you're at it, check out the stuff in the description below. There's some great stuff down there, like links to my savings account and what savings account I'm using that I'm getting a great return on, our Discord, some stuff like that, that could essentially help you make some money as well. Today, I want to talk about Zomedica. So many people are thinking that this run is over, profits have been scalped, and this thing is on a downward spiral. I don't believe so. It's definitely gotten harder in the short term if that was your play, but I think that this could prove to still be a good long-term investment. So in this video, I'm going to explain why I am still bullish on Zomedica, and at the end, I'm going to tie everything together to give you my bullish thesis. And it's not just based on true Forma. Now, I will be the first to admit that my initial strategy with Zomedica was to ride this wave of the true Forma release up until the end of March, and then I was going to decide what I was going to do from there because all signs were pointing to this thing rising pretty steadily at a pretty fast rate. And for the most part, overall it did. But there were a lot of talks of this thing going to $5 and $6 per share by the end of March. But then come the market and it doo-dooed all over our faces. Those talks of Zomedica making a run to $5, $6, even $7 a share by the end of March, those talks are done. Never going to happen. I'm not saying they can't ever get there, but by the end of March, it would take some insane, crazy good news coming out of the Zomedica camp for that to make it happen. Kathy Wood would have to come out and become a major investor or something to that effect. But some good news with Zomedica did happen, and it did change my strategy. I'm not as much. I was more bullish on the short term than I was the long term. But now those positions have switched. And you have to understand that those expectations for the true Forma product release is already baked into that share price. So whenever true Forma is released, there's still going to be some proving that has to be done to justify the current share price. It still has to catch up to it. But real quick, we're going to breeze over this just to get everyone back up to speed. If you don't know, Zomedica has a product being released soon, and it's called True Forma. Now, I am an animal person. My wife and I have several rescues, and we understand the importance of testing and not wanting to wait days on the results. True Forma is expected to provide quick and effective in-office diagnostics for disorders in cats and dogs, meaning you're going to get the results on certain things in minutes. People are calling True Forma one of its kind. This thing is expected to be a really big deal in the vet world. Okay, moving on. Zomedica is just getting started. True Forma hasn't even been released yet. True Forma could capture a significant share of the global companion animal market, specifically its diagnostic segment. Now, some analysts are saying that the share of revenue that they could claim in the market isn't enough to justify that share price. But Zomedica has other products they are working on to bring to commercialization. I'm also betting on the growth of the pet industry. Same reason I am so damn bullish on Chewy. Every year we're spending more and more on our pets, and the younger generations own more pets than ever before. Pet ownership has increased 20% since 1988 and continues to grow. The only thing that is outpacing that growth is pet owner spending, especially in matters of pet health. We are talking billions and billions. Next, let me talk about who Zomedica signed a distribution deal with that's made me even more bullish. Their name? Miller. No, not the beer, you bunch of drunkies. I'm talking about the vet supply distributor. Miller is highly respected in their field and has been around for more than 100 years. They're growing very aggressively now because the family sold the ownership of Miller Veterinary Supply to some various partners with whom they had been dealing with since 2017. In fact, since 2017, they've opened up offices in 3 new states, New Jersey, Georgia, and Florida, but will remain headquartered in Texas. Now, rumor has it they're still trying to expand across the Northeast and more west, and that possibility doesn't seem far-fetched under this current company restructuring. Under the terms of the distribution agreement, Miller will be representing Zomedica in states ranging from Texas to Maine. Concentration in the eastern and mid-eastern portion of the United States. Now, this is what Miller had to say about Zomedica. Clay Cass, Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer of Miller, commented that it isn't often that an industry-changing product like Forma comes along. We are honored and excited to have been chosen to help bring this technology to market. We look forward to working together with Zomedica to introduce Forma to our many valued customers and the pets in their care. Take a moment and think about what he just said. An industry-changing product. This is a company that has been around over 100 years. I'm talking survived the Great Depression. So they've seen a lot of stuff. And they're saying that Forma is an industry-changing product. As far as leadership, Zomedica has one person on the board that has given me a lot of confidence moving forward. Now, I'm sure everybody on that board is brilliant and not taking anything away from them, but there is one person in particular that I am very excited to see help guide this company. Dr. Johnny Powers brings over 30 years of experience to Zomedica's board, but notably, he held executive roles at animal health industry leader and powerhouse IDEXX Laboratories, where prior to his retirement, he served as executive vice president responsible for business performance, product innovation, and commercial effectiveness across multiple point of care and reference laboratory businesses. If you don't know IDEXX Laboratories, they are a big dog in this space who is currently boasting a share price of approximately $520. Dr. Powers helped IDEXX get there, and now he's helping Zomedica get there as well. When Zomedica's reports start coming in after the release date, I will be very excited to see what kind of sales numbers we're looking at, because it's either going to help that share price continue to tick up, or it's going to help at least justify their current share price. Now, if the numbers are terrible, this thing could fall right back under $1 very easily. But with the excitement coming out of the vet side of this thing and the expectations of the product, as long as it does what it says it does, I think the sales numbers are going to be fantastic. And it's hard for me to fathom that the sales numbers aren't going to be there. Having Miller as a partner and the guidance of somebody like Dr. Powers, I think that within that network and all the contacts that these two partners have, Zomedica should be able to hit the ground running when Forma is officially released. I would be surprised if there are a ton of pre-orders already set. I don't have a number for you. If you know of one, please leave me a comment in the comment section below. But I would not be surprised if there are vets across the country waiting to pull the trigger on this product. Now, Zomedica's financials aren't great. They've actually gotten better. They were just released the other day, and they did show signs of it improving. But they are spending more than they're taking in because they have put so much money into research and development for products like Forma. Now, I truly believe that over the next few quarters, that is going to change, and we're going to see them become cash flow positive. But right now, I think they have the cash and cash flow equivalents of $90 million, which they believe could fully fund them through 2023 if they didn't have any other revenues coming in. But they fully expect to be cash flow positive by 2023. Now, here's how I'm looking at it. This is my perspective. We have a young company. They have a great product that's highly anticipated getting ready to come out, and I fully expect them to put out other great products in the future. This is a massively growing industry that they're in. Pet health is never going away, and it's only going to grow over the next couple of decades. They have a distributor that is trying to grow and be as successful as they can, and they're trying to become a powerhouse in their own right, who I believe is going to sell and get that product out there very, very quickly. They have leadership and people like Dr. Powers, who has already been here before. He helped grow IDEXX to where IDEXX is today, which is a massive, massive company worth billions and billions of dollars. and now he's helping Zomedica. So whenever I see a share price under $2, I'm willing to spend $2 on this company and risk some of my money because I think that is a recipe for success, especially in the years to come. But fair warning, True Forma hasn't really been tested by the world yet. Zomedica is a completely speculative play. So make sure you do your own due diligence and come up with your own either bearish or bullish thesis. It could go either way right now. But I personally, and like many of you, believe that True Forma could be a massively successful product. And if it is, it's going to generate a lot of revenue. And if it is successful and it does what it says it does, the next time Zomedica comes out with another innovative product, I believe that those same consumers, those same vets will be likely to buy another product from Zomedica, and the cycle will continue. Right now, Zomedica is trading under $2 per share, and that March release date for True Forma is just around the corner when they can finally start bringing in some actual revenue and some share price justification. So you could be looking at a steal right now, but at the same time, anything under $2 to me is a buy. But could they drop to $1.50, even under $1? Absolutely. This is a volatile stock. There are going to be big swings. On the swings downward, I will certainly be buying up and trying to average down every chance I get because I'm looking at this from a long-term perspective. I'm not looking at this from a 6-month perspective like some other strategies may be. I'm looking at this as 5, 10, 15 years from now. Because a lot of people are looking at this as the next IDEX Laboratories. Do I think they could get there? Possibly. I mean, there's always a chance. That's a little too optimistic for me to say right now because they are such a massive company in this space who's trading for $520. Would I like to see them get there? Absolutely. But I do realistically believe that they could 10 to 20 times my money over the next few years. I just don't see them remaining at a $2 chuck over the next few years with products like True Forma coming out and other things that they have going on with their leadership team and their distributors. I just don't see it happening. I think this company is going to eventually be successful. It's going to be a ride, but if you're willing to withstand some of those dips and some of the heat, I think you will see profits in the future. It's just how strong are your hands. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. As always, I hope those stocks start turning green. I hope you stay safe and hope everyone out there takes care.